the team we're going to talk about first here, Arizona State, goes worst to first. And
preseason last year at Big 12 Media Days, they were predicted to finish last. Like, finish last. And listen, I am wrong about a lot of things, okay? I will admit that. And my preseason Connor Wegman last year was a big swing and a miss. But I also talked about Arizona State, Brent, and talked about buying stock, and I was going to buy them, and I was going to gobble them up. And I don't think you should slow down on this stock. Like, this is going to be a very, very good stock for a long time. Kenny Dillingham's a stud. I mean, he's a stud. He's young. This is a guy that is at his place. He's at his home. Like, he's at his dream job. Like, Kirby Smart came into his dream job and succeeded right away. Like, I think it's obviously a great fit. You obviously saw the takeaway. When you look at this roster, experience coming back, a lot of experience winning coming back. So, I mean, Brett, we can go through these players, but, like, they ain't going nowhere, dog.
No. And are they like a NVIDIA or you just bought
just
that?
Keep buying it.
You're feeling really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be there. Like, you could keep gobbling it up. And listen, what some people would say was, what about Cam Scattaboo? And that's probably where this conversation starts is,
it does.
like, you're replacing a mule, like a absolute stallion, a thoroughbred that they gave the football to over and over and over again. And that's probably where you're going to start with your list and with where people, like, the biggest question mark and hole if they're going to have sustainability.
Yep, a Scattaboo-sized hole to replace. But they do have 17 starters returning and one of the highest in terms of percentage returning production in all of college football. But it starts with Kyson Brown at running back and then the Army transfer.
Sip.
Kanye, Udo.
Sip. Sip is what they call Kyson Brown, by the way.
Yeah.
Back up in 24. Good, really good spring. Raleek Brown is a transfer from USC. Like, and then the guy you were talking about, Udo, is a hammer. And has some – I ain't saying he's Scattaboo, but he's got that physicality and that bruiser, like that short yardage, probably bruiser. And Brent, another thing too, if I'm going to take this list and I'm going to go a Cam Scattaboo size hole, I also get Sam Leavitt. I get his running ability, and I get an offense with creativity. Like, I get an offense that knows how to space it and use the whole field, use the screen game, manufacture things when you need to, that plays aggressive. Big 12 championship game early in that game against Iowa State, like going forward on fourth down and throwing bootlegs, and throwing the football to tight ends, which they got some tight ends too. But that's why I think it's easy to trust this offense. There's not a Scattaboo, but there's a bunch of guys that I think can fill that void.
Yep, and Jordan Tyson, who's on your fantasy team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he is, baby.
Leavitt's primary target a season ago returns from injury, and they've added to that receiver room with a few transfers as well. I think that just makes
I'll give you some guys, Brent, I'll give you some guys they're really excited about at Arizona State. Malik McClain, he redshirted a year ago but played in the postseason. Really excited about him. Jalen Moss is a veteran from Fresno State that I've been told from people there that, like, a great fit in the system, like a perfect fit to what they do. A tight end returning from last year is an NFL-type guy. They've got size. They've got up front. They've got a good offensive line. They've got a lot of experience up front. There's just a lot to like. And when you start looking at that side of the football, I think the offense will be good because they also have a quarterback with swag, man. Like, I'm a fan. I'm going to continue to be a fan. When he said, like Sam Leavitt said, Quinn Ewers, like, what? Huh? Like, I'm better. Like, and they put up 31 against Texas. Nobody put up over 30 against Texas. Ohio State scored 21 on defense against Texas, on offense against Texas. Like, that was a elite defense, but they showed you, man, and it was big plays, and it was creativity with halfback passes and, just straight toughness and keep swinging and tempo and all the stuff that they did so well, man. So I believe in that guy and that offense. The question now goes, to the defense.
To the other side of the ball.
Yeah, and what they were good at. Number one in the Big 12, stopping the run, Brent. Like they were, again, both sides of the ball in the line of scrimmage, they were really, really good. Now, secondary, it was a struggle last year.
Well, it was big plays. They were top 10 in the country in terms of interceptions, pass breakups, and that's one of those things where can you depend on that? That's typically one of those numbers that oftentimes swings back to sort of the mean. You don't get as much plays like that. And if that happens, you have to get more pressure on the quarterback. Your front has to play better, and because the pressure wasn't necessarily the greatest.
It was awful.
Them, so.
They didn't do that. What was their numbers in there, Brent? Like, because watching them a year ago, I remember watching their defensive line, and I was just like, who gets home? Like, who gets to the quarterback? And that was they stopped the run. They were physical up front, but then I just didn't see a bunch of guys that were able to get to the QB and affect the quarterback, and hence why they gave up big play after big play.
We talked about Alabama a week ago and some of their low pressure numbers. Arizona State had double-digit less sacks than Alabama and almost 30 less pressures than Alabama. So massive drop down from getting after the quarterback in that realm. But schedule, they avoid the state of Texas state of Kansas. No Kansas State, no Kansas. Get Texas Tech at home. They got to go to Baylor, at Utah, at Iowa State. And then the sneaky, it shouldn't be a sneaky game. They should take care of business. But week 2 at Miss State, like you can't lose that game. You can't fumble around that game. If you're for the benefit of your own conference in the bigger picture, you got to go take care of business.
See, you just made that comment like this is the Arizona State of old. Like you just made that comment like Arizona State, and you're wondering if they're a flash in the pan and they can handle expectations. I'm past that. Like I've already graduated. I've already got my fork right here. Like I'm forks up, baby. Like I don't understand. I don't understand that. Like I Mississippi State is very ungood. Mississippi State is going to struggle to win football games. It's Starkville and Stark Vegas, and it's cowbells and all that stuff. But again, we want to see improvement. I'm not worried about that, but I think hosting Texas Tech is big. But at those other guys, those are all competitive games that you're going at too that can beat you, and that's got to be something that's interesting to watch. But I think this conference starts to me the conference and the conversation starts with Arizona State, and then everybody else underneath them. Like they're clearly the favorite to me, and talent, coaching. By the way, their OC Marcus Arroyo, the names of guys that he's worked with, Brent, is unbelievably impressive. I mean, recruited or signed Herbert, Justin Herbert, Goff, and I could keep going down the list. Like he's, and this is the next guy in his repertoire. But I just think this offense, another year in the system, another year with OC, with QB, it's going to be fun. And if I'm in Arizona State, I'm pretty jacked up and excited. I'm pretty excited for their defensive secondary. They add a bunch of guys that are from big schools, which I think is obviously never a bad thing. Guys with experience. Their safety punch is good. Like their corners are back. Like a lot of that secondary that gave up some big plays. There's also a ton of experience back to help them out. So I think we're all on Arizona State.